It's about 3 o'clock. We just slipped in down the edge of some CRP into a bunch of oaks, and they are pouring. I guess that little bit of rain that finally come through has opened them up, and they're just, non-stop. Should call some deer in, hopefully. But, we scouted this. Today's Wednesday, Sunday, and it's a big ridge. It just goes uphill. Big oak ridge. CRP to my right. That's a little bit of grass around the edges. And there's rubs and scrapes everywhere in here. Where it's like a mountain where stuff's coming off of it. So, the wind's tight. But we're gonna try to make it work. I'd like to see what's in here. I just got done scouting a spot before this. And I jumped about 5 or 6 deer. One buck looked really good, so might go back and try to hunt him. I think I need a west wind, so when I get a west wind, I might ease in there and try to save most of the day. I still got this cough. But we'll see what happens. Just had like a 6-point run, 3 does in. Couldn't get the camera on them. They come off the hill up here, run down, run right through here, and then got in behind the oaks over here. But that's a good sign. It's still early. as a doe about 20, 25, 30 minutes ago. There's bucks up on this hill. I can't get them on camera just because it's so steep. I'll have to get some footage of it. But I marked a beat down trail up there Monday. I mean beat down. And I had to sit down here low to cheat the wind. And I've already seen like 6 bucks on that trail. And I know one was a 10 point. And I just seen a really tall 8 point that looked like come by. There's raccoons everywhere, so I don't know what's a raccoon or what's a deer. But they're using that trail. And they're running does back and forth. A buck was running that doe. And I was hoping I'd shoot her and she'd run out there in the field. And the bucks would pick up her scent and keep coming by. But the whole thing has come down this way. The deer's behind me, which is good. But I don't know what time it is. Let's see. It's 5:16. We got about 20 more minutes. We're gonna sit tight, see what happens. We can make it happen right here. Pretty good hunt this afternoon. Sun's following behind the trees, we seen a pile of deer. Definitely be back at 9 point. Looked pretty good. I have to look at the footage. I just don't think he's what I'm here for, but didn't really get a good look at him until we got out in the field. And I was videoing and didn't have my binoculars up, but we'll get down in about 10 minutes, pack up, go to the truck, and come back with whatever we need to get that doe out of here. It's day 3. We're in the same spot we've been sitting in the morning seeing the bucks. We just moved about 10 yards into a different tree. I had a couple deer come in and just didn't like the whole situation where I was sitting. I couldn't get no more than 2 sticks, and I was right out in the middle of pretty much everything when they're coming off the hill, so we scooted over here to the edge. We got cedars behind us. We got plenty of cover. So, they should slip on down here if they come by today. We got in here pretty early. The sun's coming up behind us. I think we got a northeast wind changing to east-northeast, so should be pretty good for deer coming off the hills back in here to bed in this thicket. It's a cool morning. It's not cold. I think it was low 40s, but it's cool enough for the deer to move. It's been hot and dry. We got all that rain and a little bit cooler temp, so we've seen plenty of deer the last couple days, sitting, scouting, and driving. A lot of deer in the fields this morning, so they were still feeding. It looked like on the way here. We're going to tuck in, sit tight, and see what happens this morning. All set up for the afternoon hunt. Day 3. Watching this creek bed. There's oaks all down it out in front of me. CRP behind me. There's scrapes and rubs all through this section. Just coming through here. Kind of section runs north and south. We got a northeast wind. Thickets to the east. Should be a pretty good afternoon if they move. Talked to one of my buddies that's out here with me, and he's already seen in the last 30 minutes, I think, 2 or 3 bucks with does, so maybe it'll be a pretty eventful afternoon. There's a lot of rubs and scrapes, so bucks are working this area. Oaks are still falling. Acorns are still falling, so should be good. Hopefully it'll cool off a little bit. It's pretty warm getting in here. Wind's blowing pretty good. But we'll see what happens. We ain't hunted this spot. We scouted it Saturday, Sunday. Today is Thursday, so it's been a couple days since we've been in here. But we got about 2.5 hours. the doe was at the base of my tree, and I'm like this, and she's like straight down, and I just draw back like this real slow, and I get it back, and that buck rounds the corner, and he's about to come up the same trail, and I didn't think he was going to get broadsided for me, and I'm not a fan of frontal shots, but at 20 yards, I figured I could get it in there pretty good, and I centered it up about as best I could when he lifted his head, and it worked. He probably didn't go 100 yards, and he was dead. I was worried about the shot. You can see in the video, he just bounces over there and stops, and I see him walk and hang out with my knock in him for a while, and when it got dark, I eased out of there, and a buddy up the road had shot a doe, so we went and looked for the doe. We lost blood. We're gonna go back this morning. He thinks he made a good shot. 35 yards, so hopefully she's right there. It's just CRP and cedar, so it's real hard to track at night without a lot of blood, but we got done with that, and it was getting on up there in time, and we got back down there where I shot my deer, and found blood immediately, and trailed him about 100 yards, and there he was, right there. I didn't have any cameras with me. I really wasn't feeling that confident at the time, and he was right there, stiff. I mean, died probably before I climbed down. But real pretty buck, 11 point. We packed him out, caped him out, and we didn't get out of there we didn't get back to the house till about 10, so it was a long night last night. I'll have some pictures. I didn't get any recovery, but we're gonna try to get us a doe. Got a couple buddies hunting, trying to fill their tags, and I'm gonna do some more scouting, drop some pins for next year. Hopefully a couple of the other guys and ladies will fill their tags. It's starting to fire up. Everybody's seeing bucks. They're pushing does. Some are maybe locked down, I guess. You walk through the woods, jump a doe, and a buck be behind her. But, I think it's gonna be good. It's raining now. It's overcast. We got a 90% chance tomorrow, so I don't know if we'll get to sit, but if I shoot this doe, I'll probably go film somebody, or try to help somebody get on a deer or find a deer. You want everybody to get a chance to fill their tag. So, but all in all, a really good trip. Seen a lot of deer. We've had great weather. It hasn't been freezing, but it's been comfortable. It just got daylight, so we're gonna sit here and try not to get rained out. I didn't bring rain gear. I didn't think it was gonna rain till about 11. But see what happens.